Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I will show you how to use FreshBooks accounting for beginners. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use FreshBooks for accounting, invoicing, payments, reporting, and much more. So, let's get into it. First of all, what you need to do is go to freshbooks.com and you'll land right here. This is the website right here. FreshBooks is a software tool for accounting and bookkeeping. It offers various features, including invoicing, expenses, time tracking, projects, estimates, payments, accounting, and more. You can actually get started for free on FreshBooks. Just click Try for Free, and you can create your own account. Creating an account is really easy. You can use your email address or sign up with your Apple ID or Google account. I'm going to log into my FreshBooks account. After signing up or signing into FreshBooks, this is what you'll see. This is my FreshBooks dashboard. In FreshBooks, you'll have your own account, and the main dashboard will be your starting point. This is how the dashboard looks. You can see an overview of your invoices and profits, along with some activity streams here. Next, we have our clients section. This is where I can create and manage different clients in my accounting software. I can add various customers here. Then we have sections for estimates, invoices, payments, expenses, projects, time tracking, accounting, and reports. The first thing I'm going to do is go to the clients section and add a client. We can add a new client using a list, or manually enter the details. I already have a client saved in my account, as you can see. However, creating a new client is quite simple. Just click on the New Client button, and you'll be taken to a form where you can enter all the required client details. To add a new client in FreshBooks, you'll need to provide their first name, last name, company name, email address, and phone number. These are essential for communication and keeping your records up to date. I'll quickly fill out these fields to show you how it works. You can also include additional information, such as a business phone number, mobile phone number, and physical address, which can be helpful for invoicing or correspondence. This setup keeps all client details organized and easily accessible for managing their activities in the software. Next, we have some client settings that we can customize. These include sending reminders, applying late fees, selecting the currency and language, and adding invoice attachments. I can easily add various attachments for my client right here, set up reminders, and also change their currency and language preferences. This allows me to keep track of all the necessary details related to each client in a way that suits their needs. I'm going to click Save, and my new client will be added to the Client section. Now, we can see the new client profile, and here, I'll be able to view all the details about this contact. Once the client is created, we can proceed to create invoices, process payments, and more. Now, let's go to the Invoices section. Using FreshBooks is actually really easy. Once you're in the Invoices section, you'll notice the New Invoice option available right at the top, as well as here on the page. Click on New Invoice to create a new one. First, I'm going to click on your logo here and select a file. If you want to add a logo, you can easily upload it right here. Next, we have the Bill To section. Here, I'll add a client. I'll click on Add a Client, and it will open up my client list. This is the client we just created, so I'll select that client here. Now, we have the date of issue and due date fields. I'm going to adjust the due date here, and the date of issue will remain the same. You can also add a number of days. What I'll do is add 3 days here. You can click Enter or choose a specific date. For example, if I want the payment to be due by the 20th or 25th, I'll simply enter the date here, and the due date will be updated accordingly. This will be the invoice number, and then we have the amount. To enter the amount, we first need to go to the Description section and add an item. To enter an item, click on Add a Line here. Now, you'll need to enter the item name. For example, I'm going to add Online Course as my item. Next, enter the rate. For instance, let's say we charge $50 for each course. Next, you can add a description text here if you like, or you can leave it blank. Then we need to enter the quantity. Since they purchased 2 courses, I'll enter the quantity as 2. The total amount is $100 for the 2 courses. If needed, I can add more items to the invoice. For example, I can add another line, and this time, I'll include a different item, such as a special course they purchased. I'll click Enter, and it will be added. The rate for this item is $100, and they bought 3 of these. So, the total invoice amount will be $400, which they need to pay. In the settings, we have the option to accept online payments. This is a great feature in FreshBooks, as it allows me to accept online payments by connecting Stripe. Once connected, I'll be able to accept credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, and more. We can also set up direct debit payments. This is how we can connect and enable these payment methods. Here we have the Customize Invoice Style option, where you can adjust the invoice layout to suit your needs. We have several options: simple, modern, and classic. You can also change the theme color and font style to match your branding. Next, we have Make Recurring. If you want to create recurring invoices, you can find the option right here within the invoice section. Next, we have different reminders that we can send. I can set up automatic payment reminders for this client's invoice. This way, we don't have to remind them manually. An automatic reminder will be sent to them. We also have the late fee charge option. You can automatically add a late fee to the invoices. You can set it as a percentage of the invoice value, a percentage of the outstanding balance, or charge a flat fee if you prefer. You can also specify the due date for the late fee to be applied. For currency and language, here you can choose the language and currency you want for your invoice. Next, we have invoice attachments. If you want to attach a file, you can easily add it here by enabling the option to attach a file. Once enabled, you can upload the file you want to include. This is how it looks. As you can see, we now have a new invoice. I'm going to click Save, and the invoice will be saved in FreshBooks. After saving, I can click Send To, and it will be sent directly to the client for whom the invoice was created. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see that the new invoice has been successfully added and is listed right here. Next, we have the Payments section. In this section, I can connect various payment methods. You'll be able to see all the invoice payments listed here. To add a payment, simply click on the plus button, select the invoice, and then enter the payment details. In this section, you'll be able to keep track of all the different payments you're making, as well as monitor your various invoices and payment methods. This makes it easy to stay organized and ensure that all transactions are properly recorded. Next, we have the Expenses section. Here, I can track the budget for my business and keep an eye on all the expenses. To add a new expense, simply click on New Expense. Now, let's go ahead and create a new expense. First, we need to create a category for the expense. For example, we have options like repairs, contracts, employee benefits, meals and entertainment, office expenses, and more. In my case, the main expense I'm tracking is for online services, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll enter it here under the Online Services category. Since I selected online services, I'll need to add a merchant for the transaction. Then, I'll also include a description of the expense to keep everything clear and organized. We can also drag and drop a receipt image here for easy tracking. The design of FreshBooks is actually quite cool and has a vintage feel to it. With features like pins and cards, it gives the impression that we're working with paper, adding a unique, nostalgic touch to the digital experience. Here, we have the Grand Total section, which will show the total amount for all of my expenses. Additionally, I can assign this expense to a specific client or team member. We also have options to set it as a recurring expense and choose the currency for the transaction. Within FreshBooks, we can actually assign a different currency for each expense individually, as well as for each client separately. This flexibility allows us to manage multiple currencies based on the specific needs of each client or expense. It's not like you're limited to just using USD for all clients. Instead, you can change the currency for each individual client, giving you the flexibility to manage transactions in different currencies as needed. Now, I'll click Save, and my new expense will be added here. As you can see, the expense is now listed. In the Expenses section, we also have options for managing bills and vendors. Oh, I almost forgot to cover estimates. Estimates and proposals help you create professional estimates that streamline your invoices. So, let's create an estimate or proposal. Simply click on Create New. Here you can list the services you'll provide and their costs, and then create a proposal for your client. Let's go with estimates. This is where we can create different items and add them to our invoices. For example, I'll add a client. Let's use the same client here. I'll create different types of estimates here, adding various items. This gives me an idea of the total estimate cost for this client and how it will work. Once everything is set, just click Save, and the estimate will be added. Next, we have projects. If you want to create and manage multiple projects more effectively, you can create different projects, assign clients to each one, and collaborate more efficiently. Next, we have time tracking. This feature is crucial for accounting software, especially when it comes to managing billable hours. If you run a business where you need to generate invoices based on billable hours, you can track your time here. For example, I'm going to add a new entry. We have an active project here. For this project, we can add a service. For example, let's say there's a freelancer working from home on this project. Now, I'll track their time here in hours. For example, if they worked for 1 hour, I'll enter that and click Done. This will create a billable hour for them. With this, I can easily generate invoices based on billable hours, and then send those invoices to the client and process payments accordingly. It helps keep everything organized and ensures accurate billing. Finally, we have accounting and reports. In the accounting section, you'll find the same essential features: balance sheet, general ledger, profit and loss, journal entries, and other important financial tools. In the reports section, we have various types of reports: invoice and expense reports, payment reports, accounting reports, time tracking reports, project reports, and log reports. These provide detailed insights into different aspects of your business. So, yeah, guys, this is how you use FreshBooks. This was a complete walkthrough where I showed you all the different features and tools available. I hope I was able to help you guys and make the process clearer. If you found this tutorial helpful, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.